With me right now is a former high school classmate of the shooters, a classmate that does not want to be identified by name. Thank you for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
Tell me about your knowledge of Adam Lanza and your response, your reaction when you first heard this.
Well, to be honest, I didn't have much action with him. He was in my honors English class sophomore year of high school, and I really just remember him being very quiet. He sat in front of me and didn't really say anything. And actually, when I first found out about this and heard his name, I didn't even recognize his name. It was only after a friend called me and told me that he was the kid that always had the briefcase. I immediately...
So he always carried a briefcase to school?
Yeah, he always did. And, I mean, you know, that obviously stood out to a lot of people. Most people have backpacks and messenger bags, and it's not like everyone called him the briefcase kid. It's not like anyone made fun of him for it. It was just something that people recognized, and it was something that everyone seems to remember him.
So the shooter sat in front of you for a whole class, and you didn't remember him? He was that quiet?
Yeah, he really was. I just didn't really know his name. I wasn't able to put his face to his name, and this obviously the second I heard about the briefcase and everything just came back to me immediately, and I just remembered that he was very, very uncomfortable in any kind of social situation. He really didn't say anything in class. My teacher was very compassionate and tried to engage him in class discussion. And I think in English class, of all classes, you know, you would get to know your classmates just because we're always having a discussion about books and everyone's sharing their opinions, as opposed to if it were a math class or a science class. And he really just never had anything to say. And when the teacher would call on him, he felt so uncomfortable and just got anything he could say out as quickly as possible.
With me, everyone, is a former high school classmate of the shooter. It's my understanding he was not bullied or picked on in school, though, was he?
No, not at all. But my high school, and I mean my whole town, we're such a good community, and there was never any kind of physical bullying that I'm aware of. And, you know, I think that if anything, maybe people said things quietly behind his back, but there was never any kind of bullying. He really just wanted to be left alone, and in my high school, you know, because people want to be left alone, we leave them alone, and no one was going to tease him or anything.